Good afternoon and welcome to Community Corner. My name is David DeWitt Taylor and my two friends are...
Hello, my name is Karnig also, and welcome to Community Corner.
Hello everyone, I'm Ryan Nicholas and welcome to Community Corner.
Today we greet our good friend George Hamilton. He had been friends with George for many years. He is a music lover and a while back took his music interests into the world of drums. He brought his music instructor along today, Patrick Fitzgibbons. It is a treat to have you both today. How so? Welcome to Community Corner.
Thanks. Thank you.
Now, George, tell us a little bit about your family.
My family doing good today.
Tell us about your mom and dad.
My mom and dad, they did really good, but right now they're out of town.
Tell us a little about your family growing up.
Oh, I grew up in Saginaw with my mother and my father, and I have one older sister. Also, my mother's a twin, so I have a lot of cousins that are really close to me. They're like my siblings too. And then I moved down here some years ago.
Cool.
Yeah.
Now George, what are your interests and hobbies?
I went to the Great Lakes Crossing Mall, and then the dinner, and then the movies, and go to the Pistons season at the Palace.
That's cool.
Season tickets at the Pistons, right?
Season tickets at the Pistons.
Patrick, what are your hobbies and interests?
Hobbies, I love bicycling. I ride my bike everywhere, and I'm a swimmer, and I like outdoor stuff. So I do a lot of hiking trips and backpacking, canoeing, things like that.
Tell us about classes at Oakland University.
I have a class I got the computer animation and American political science and the American history class.
Okay.
Oh.
And do you like them?
Yeah.
So you love computers too?
Cool.
So do I. It's awesome.
Patrick, what is your educational background and training?
I went up through high school in Saginaw, and then I went to Michigan State to study music there, and then I just kind of worked for a few years, and then I'm just finishing my master's degree in music at Oakland University, and then hopefully that'll be it for school. Been in school long enough.
That's cool.
Mm-hmm.
The summer vacation's almost here, you know.
I know.
It's coming up in less than a month away.
It was supposed to be sooner, but I have to take a summer class. So
you
now.
take a summer class?
Yeah.
What about that stunk?
Oh, it's all right. It's not bad.
Yeah. Dave?
George, tell us how you got into drumming.
I went to African drumming and steel band in 2007 between spring and summer and fall and winter
At Oakland University, right?
at the Oakland University.
Oh, interesting.
Patrick, how did you meet George?
Well, George was playing in the steel band and the African ensemble at Oakland University, and that's when I started there 2 years ago. My master's, he was in the group, so that's where I first met him, and he has a really amazing musical ability. He has these ears, and he's able to hear something maybe once or twice, and able to play it back really quickly, more than most people.
Whoa, that's amazing.
It is. George has a really amazing talent. I'm jealous of it sometimes.
I think I've heard of that before on the news.
What?
Of these kids that have these amazing abilities to pick up music and play it back the first time they hear it.
Mm-hmm.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Well, George, what did you like about doing at Oakland University?
During Oakland University, I went to the Oakland Center and met some new friends in the building.
That's cool.
And also, we went down to the game room and played video games and pool tables and the arcade games.
What video games do you like?
Guitar Hero 3 Legends of Rock.
Okay.
Guitar Hero.
Patrick,
Yes.
do you teach other instruments with other students?
Yeah, I teach piano and drums and guitar. Yeah, so I have quite a few students. Mostly are younger students, but yeah, George is one of my favorites.
George, what instruments do you own?
The steel pan.
A steel pan that you,
Yeah.
a steel pan that you just hit with a stick.
Yeah.
Okay.
You guys are gonna hear it later.
Yeah. Sounds like a drum.
Yeah, it is a drum.
Patrick, tell us about the drawing groups you did closely with Oakland Music Department at Oakland University.
Well, OU has 2 different African drumming ensembles and 2 different steel bands. There's a professor out there by the name of Mark Stone who runs all the groups, and yeah, so that was a big reason why I went there, because I've been really interested in that stuff for a long time. So yeah, I started going out there and joined all of Mark's groups, and that's where I met George. And we do a lot of concerts on the campus. So yeah, really fun groups to play in.
Now, George, I got 2 questions for you. And answer number 1. Can you tell us where you perform?
We performed at the Varna Recital Hall in November, and everybody did come see us to performing on stage.
What kind of clothes do you wear when come to recitals?
The blue Hawaiian shirt.
Oh.
Party shirts, we call them.
Patrick.
Yeah.
Do you do any work at Oakland University, or I'm gonna have a private music class?
Yeah, Oakland has a, it's called the prep division, where younger students come, and I teach there at Oakland, so I teach a lot of younger students that come to the music school, and then starting in the fall, I'm going to be teaching some of the classes out there. I'm going to be teaching the steel band and a class called Music of World Cultures.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then I also play for the dance technique classes. I'm a accompanist, so I just like play drums for dancers, so they have some music to play too.
Cool.
Yeah, so I do a lot of jobs out at OU.
That's
And I
Now,
like it.
George, what groups do you drum with?
Who I drum with?
Yeah.
We're Professor Mark Stone,
What are the groups
Professor
called?
Stone.
the African Ensemble, and Pan Jumbies and Pan Jazz.
Oh, band jazz.
Patrick, do you yourself perform with a group or just teach and direct?
Yeah, I have a few bands that I play with around Detroit and the surrounding
Can you
areas.
explain?
Yeah, I have my own small steel band. We do gigs all summer. We're called Steel Sound. And then I have a like a Latin jazz quintet. It's called Nuevo Jazz Detroit. That's pretty fun. And then I have my own project where I do like a lot of my original music. It's called Rela. And then I also play with this one guitar player, jazz guitar player named Nick Bourgeot. We have a quartet called the Last Note Quartet. So I keep pretty busy playing around, mostly in Detroit and the surrounding areas.
Very interesting.
Yeah.
I'm George. I made your drum lesson. I made your drum lessons. Do you have sheets of music that you use?
Yeah,
Okay, and that helps you.
yeah. Yeah, you could do that.
Yeah.
You could do that, but George mostly plays with his ears, right?
Yeah.
That's how he learns music, just by hearing it and then playing it back.
Patrick, now tell us. So, do you schedule parades or festivals during the year?
No, I guess we don't really do many parades or festivals, but we do have at OU we have a concert every semester. So usually in November there's a big world music concert, and then sometime in April usually there's a world music concert, and those are always a lot of fun.
George, is there anything else you would like to share? Is there anything else what you would like to share to us?
And also, I went to the concert at the Palace this weekend.
You did?
Yeah,
Who was
You
playing?
like it there?
yeah.
Who was playing?
It's New Kids on the Block with Boys to Men in 98 Degrees.
Oh, I forgot about that.
It was amazing.
Oh, I want to see it too.
Cool.
Yeah, George is into all kinds of music.
So am I.
Yeah, it's good.
Anything else?
I'm good now.
Yeah. I'm Patrick. Would you like to show information for folks that might want to contact you?
Yeah. If you want to contact me, you can get in touch with me through my website, which is steelsoundmusic.com.
Okay.
That's probably the best way.
Patrick, before I close the show, please share some success stories with your work with drumming.
Oh, yeah. Well, I really like. I think George is a really good story. I was talking to him today about when he first got into music. When was that, George? You were in the choir, right?
Yeah.
And so he was just a singer, and he had never played an instrument before. And then, when was it that you started to play pan?
In 2007.
So 2007. So
Yeah.
Mark Stone, invited him to play in the group, and so that was just not really all that long ago. And it's pretty amazing how far George has come in that amount of time. So he was playing with the student group at OU, but now me and George have been working together for a while, and we have our own smaller group, and we're starting to go out into the community and do some like volunteer work at some retirement communities and places like that.
Let's do you guys today. Can you show us a little bit of your drums after this commercial break?
Yeah, we'd love to.
Hello, I'm Mike Bouchard, the Oakland County Sheriff. There's a big problem that faces all the communities in America today, and that's abuse of legitimate prescription drugs. Sometimes they're left in the home when a loved one passes away, or they're in the medicine cabinet for someone else, and a youngster in the home steals it and they abuse it. It's one of the fastest growing drug abuses that we see in our community and across the country. Secondly, we see these drugs oftentimes when they're no longer utilized being flushed down the drain, and we're seeing higher levels of residual pharmaceuticals in our waterways and our streams. So, to solve two problems with one effort, we partnered with Home Instead Senior Care to start a program called Operation Medicine Cabinet to get those drugs out of the homes, out of the hands of youngsters, and out of the waterway, and safely and environmentally destroy them. Learn more about the program at OperationMedicineCabinetMI.com and be part of the solution. Thank you.
Welcome back to Music, everyone. Our guests now play some drumming for us. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome George Hamilton and Patrick. You're going to play some music for us. Gentlemen, play some music for us, would you please?
So, if I could talk a little bit about this
Sure.
instrument. This is called a steel pan. It was invented and developed in the island of Trinidad in the very southern Caribbean. And it essentially is just a recycled oil barrel that's been hammered out. And I don't know if you can get a shot. And all these different notes have been hammered, so the bigger surfaces of metal have deeper notes, and the smaller surfaces create higher notes. So there's a full range of instruments that are all pans. So they go down to very low bass pans up to the pan that George is playing, which is like a high tenor pan. So I think we'll play one more for you guys to take us out.
Sure. Sure.
Ryan, the closing, please.
It's been a treat to have both of you here. It is what a treat to have both of you with us today. Your experiences. It has been great to get to know you, George, through his hobbies and interests, along with his musical skills. Having Patrick here as music as instructor, is having him join us today, giving us all great understanding of the special skills, how public benefits of looking at each person as an individual, and these vital skills. Each individual has worth for George to gain this attention, to have these skills, encouragement to others, to provide a wonderful, we are happy to promote your musical group and performances. How outstanding. Thanks, Patrick, for respecting and promoting the abilities of the great. This sets a high standard for all one and all. Thank you for coming down, George. I'm Ryan the Guest Gray.
My name is Karnig Castle.
I'm David DeWitt Taylor.
You've been watching On TV. Good night.